Welcome to Beyond the Stage, a series of the C-Suite podcast where we speak to the people behind some of the biggest events and conferences in the world. My name is Graham Barrett, and today we're taking a look at MPE, Merchant Payments Ecosystem, taking place in Berlin in March. And it's an event we know very well here at the C-Suite podcast, having been to the event in 2025. We're delighted to be returning this year, where we'll be partnering with EconPay once again, and also with Silverflow, recorded interviews with speakers and attendees to find out the key talking points of this year's conference. So I'm delighted to say for this preview piece, I've been joined by Philippe Rashowski, who is head of event production at MPE, to find out more about what it takes to put on this event. So Philippe, first of all, welcome to the podcast.
Pleasure to be here, Graham.
No, thanks so much. And I think, well, the first step really would be to ask you for an introduction to both MPE and your role within the event organisation.
Well, I'm the head of production at MPE. That means everything that involves speakers, program development, and speaker onboarding. Obviously, that's me at MPE. And MPE itself, the event is on the market already for 19 years. This is going to be the 19th edition, and quite established event. Proud to say we are one of the leading events of its kind when it comes to the payment acceptance part. And in March, we are looking forward to welcome again the whole community at MP and welcome you in that part.
That would be excellent. Yeah, we're very much looking forward to it. Now, in the final weeks leading up to the event, what would you say are the biggest challenges? What are the biggest headaches for you at the moment?
Well, I would say these are quite regular every year, this time of the year. It's one of the busiest times for us when it comes to preparation. There's lots of deadlines, lots of deliverables. We need to put it all together. We need to make it all perfect and without any spots. So it's hard to pick one, but from our production point of view, we are proud to say we just released the full agenda, which took us an enormous time to put together, and lots of great speakers. So there's quite a few challenges, but overall we are trying to put everything together, make it work perfectly, and that's what we do these days.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess that part of the challenge is always trying to make it bigger and better than the previous year as well. And just on that point, what would you say makes MPE different from some of the other payment events out there?
Oh, that's a hard question, but I would say it's about the people mostly. Also, it's a combination of factors that people appreciate at MP. But starting from the people's point of view, we are the core team behind MP right from the beginning. So we take it quite personally to make the innovations happen, make it better every year, and that's what keeps us pushing forward. And also, we try to lead many discussions throughout the year with all the participants, get the feedback going. So we try to listen to the people and make it to their expectations, and that's the most unique factor. Obviously, there are the other ones, such as the venue, which is unique on its own, but and provides the atmosphere that MP is famous for. But I think the people behind MP is the most unique factor.
Okay, well, tell me more about the venue as well, and also Berlin as a city, and why Berlin was chosen, and why that works so well as the kind of annual home for the MPE community.
Well, the choice of Berlin as a city was purely convenient-wise, because we needed a place with the great connections, which Berlin happens to be. Secondary, Berlin is a fintech hub, which again creates ideal opportunities for a fintech event like we are, and it all came together. Now happening there for I do believe the first two editions were somewhere else, but for 17 years in Berlin, people had the connection in their head. Berlin means MP, MP means Berlin, and we like it that way. So yes, obviously, another addition was the venue. The Intercontinental Hotel is a unique venue on its own. So the convenience of stepping down from the elevator and being at the conference and networking, that's amazing. And that's why we try to actually keep it in Berlin and in Intercontinental as long as possible, because of these unique factors the venue provides.
Yeah, does that give it a more intimate feel, the way that people can, be having breakfast, maybe having a drink with the people they're going to see during the event as well?
Well, that's the thing. You never step out of the venue. Whatever you do, whether you are in sauna or whether you are at the breakfast area, always get to discuss payments and meet each other. So it just happens quite naturally, and it all happens there. I'm sure that you can prove me right. It's a quite strange feeling, but people like it, and again, that's one of the unique factors of MPE. It's hard to explain. You need to experience it.
You need to experience firsthand. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Now, as we said, MPE brings together the largest merchant brands from across Europe and around the world, actually. So what does that actually mean in practice? How does it all come together? And why does the event matter for the industry?
I will start with a bit of history. We began as a card acquiring forum, so we originally originated as a card acquiring conference, but then we became a merchant payments ecosystem, eventually revealing this conference also to merchant community. We've been working towards the attracting or making the event interesting for merchants for many years. And I'm pretty confident to say, based on many kind of 5-6 years previously, that we became a merchant conference. And although I do not want to share the exact recipe how we did it, we are proud to say that the largest part of the participants now are merchants, but it's all about bringing them the value. So they need to see they are appreciated, we're listening to them, and we also provide them the opportunities to connect and learn. So that's what we do.
No, it sounds excellent. Now, let's dig more into maybe some of the topics and the sessions that people can expect from this year's event. So, how have you put together this program, and how have you made it work for merchants, payment providers, all of the other different people who are going to be at the event?
Well, that's a hard question, again, to put together in a one sentence, but I would say the major upgrade we did this year, we kind of differentiated two main pillars of the program now. Now we have what we call an on-stage program and off-stage program, basically defined by the stage versus audience, which means the on-stage program. That's the one that you are used to from MP, but also as conferences are evolving, we are aware we need to bring something new features, micro formats, deep learning, and new features altogether, and that's what represented in the off-stage program. So more details to be shared on our website. I won't bother you with details, but really the micro formats, micro networking, deep learning are the base foundation behind these, and we try to please all people, try to provide different experiences and unique experiences to every participant. And with all this mind, we bring all the new innovations to the program.
Yeah. And what can people expect when they walk around and look at the different booths? I know you shared some excellent photos from last year's event, but try and put that into words about what people can expect.
We do have new formats when it comes to the exhibition area. We will introduce Horizon Zone, which is a place for hosting the startups and accelerate their visibility at MP. It is also a place for personal development program. We will introduce many new visually attractive innovations to the space and area. Again, hard to explain. You need to see them in the venue. So it's mostly about the design. I mean, it's hard to explain that in a one sentence. We are thinking the experience. So definitely, what's going to be new feature-wise? We are introducing the accelerator program for startups and scale-ups. That's the one thing. We are bringing new personal development career advice program, which is called MP Next. So again, this is going to be part of the program as an upgrade. Last year, very successfully piloted the roundtables, which are kind of hybrid version between the content and networking opportunities. This has worked very great. Again, we are going to continue with those. And when it comes to the program itself, the MPE program is very well curated. We always try to bring different perspectives into each of the sessions with different industry verticals. So we always try to care about those. Also, people we on board represents these professions, product guys. So always an expertise at the center. So to bring the value to audience.
Now, clearly there are a lot of talking points in payments at present. What themes do you expect to dominate the agenda this year and for people to be talking about when they are networking around the event?
Well, I'm sure you would confirm as well. The number one subject these days is agentic commerce. People are getting agentic crazy. It will be a lot of discussions about that, whether the industry is prepared and how to cope with that trend. It also brought us quite a few challenges when it comes to organization, because we never had a situation that so many people want to talk about the same thing. So we just kind of need to curate that the program is relevant still, even though these discussions are ever present in the program. So definitely a number one subject will be the agentic commerce. It also provides an industry a window into the following year. There's no going away from this. It is just how the industry is prepared to take over this trend. Apart from that, the second major thing we consider and we'll see at MPE is I would call it European payment sovereignty. I mean, there are several initiatives taking over this, but with the current situation worldwide, there is a lot of discussion going on when it comes to the political aspect, the geopolitical aspect of this topic. But obviously, there are a lot of developments on the market in Europe. So we are going to hear and see much more of it at MPE this year.
Look, it sounds like it's going to be a fantastic event once again. For anyone who isn't going but who wants to join in, what's the best way to find out about passes and to find out more about the show itself?
Well, the one obvious one is to visit our website. You will find all the information there. We are an in-person event that is important to mention. People will be able to be present only in person in Berlin. Although we piloted the virtual edition of MPE a couple of times, one thing that COVID told us is that the in-person events are here to stay. People need to connect. So, you just need to register for MPE, come to Berlin and experience it yourself.
Sounds great. Well, listen, we are really looking forward to bringing the C-Suite podcast to the event, chatting to some of the speakers and hearing more about agentic commerce and the wider payment issues that you just highlighted there. But for now, Filip Rashowski, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast.
Oh, it was a pleasure, Graham, and looking forward to meet you in Berlin in March.
Excellent stuff. Well, that's it for this episode. Thank you for listening today. Please do follow us wherever you get your podcasts. And if you'd like to get in touch with the show, you can do that via the contact form at csweetpodcast.com, or you can find me, Graham Barrett, on LinkedIn. But for now, thank you so much for listening and goodbye.